Hey guys, this is Bruce from ConvoCourses, and we are at the beautiful island of Hilo, Hawaii, Big Island. And I'm just answering questions on my vacation. Let's go. My wife's off camera gonna ask me questions.
I am a teacher and I want to transition to cybersecurity. What do I need to do and what are the certifications I need to get?
Oh, okay. So for a teacher, I get these often questions from teachers who are trying to transition to IT. What I normally advise people to do if you're in a teaching role, if you have a job, you're working for a local administration, is get experience. That's the best thing you can do. It's not about certifications or degrees. You want to get those to complement your skill set and your experience, but you don't want to rely too much on them. A lot of times people come to me and they say, oh, I have a Security Plus, I have an A Plus certification, but they have zero experience. The experience is more valuable than the actual certification. So the first thing I would advise you to do, especially if you already have a job, is to ask the organization you work for if there's an open position for IT and you're willing to learn. Another thing you can do is just go straight to the IT guys. Every department, every organization will usually have an IT department. So what you want to do is go to that IT department and ask the IT guys, the IT department, if into IT is something that they like. Ask them about the job. Ask them how long they've been working there. Ask if they like it. Ask them where they worked before, and tell them like, hey, I'm a teacher. I'm thinking about going into IT. It looks interesting. What do you recommend I begin to study? How do I start? Can you guys teach me? Volunteer some of your time to actually work with them. And so what you're doing, if you actually volunteer your time without going through the administration and HR department and all that kind of stuff, is you're actually gaining experience. The stuff that they teach you, especially if it's hands-on and they're actually letting you go with them to go fix computers, you can put that stuff on your resume. So that's one thing you can do. Talk to the IT guys. And then, like I said, go to the HR department. That's another thing you can do. I would recommend doing both these things, by the way. Go to the HR department and say, hey, are there any positions open? I'm a teacher. I'm trying to transition into IT or do more IT to teach myself, to learn and stuff like that. And sometimes you'll be surprised the organization you work for will actually give you a position to start to transition you over from this job to another job. Or maybe they even need a teacher that knows computers, so they actually will allow you to go have hands-on and go learn that stuff and pay you for that. So those are the two things I would recommend. Another place you can go and test out and get more experience is if you work for any kind of local organizations, PTA meetings. If you're the leader of that PTA meeting, maybe set up the routers there or something. Just do something for that organization that's involved in computers and networking and things like that. The things you're going to want to learn is basic troubleshooting of a PC. You're going to want to learn that. You're going to want to learn how to set up a network and what's an IP address, what is that all about, how does it work. You're going to want to learn a little bit of programming just to at least understand how it's supposed to work. You're going to want to eventually get into like fixing servers, and the more exposure you have to the IT department as a teacher, the better. So that's how I would recommend it. And this goes for if you're working in an elementary, K through 12, going through community college is a really good one actually, and college, university, state level, or private, whatever. I would recommend that same thing. Get the experience. Once you get that solid experience, number one, you'll know if you want to do this because this is not for everyone. Number two, now you can go into deeper knowledge, which is certifications and maybe even a degree path for STEM, by the way. So if you're in IT, here's another thing you should know, is that they're looking for a degree in not just necessarily just computers. They'll take a degree in STEM, like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Any one of those is actually acceptable as long as you have the experience to back it up. So that's it. That's what I would recommend for a teacher. And the great thing about IT is right now I'm in Hawaii. Like there's way more remote jobs for doing what I do, doing IT, whether it's in the networking or programming or even security stuff. Like there's way more opportunity to do remote. So I can work from Hawaii or I can work from anywhere, anywhere I want, really. I mean, as long as it's within the company's policies. So another part of that question was, what certification should you get? Like I said, the first thing you should worry about is the actual experience. As far as once you get the experience and you're in this field and you're starting to learn and stuff and getting hands-on, the certification that I would recommend is one of the CompTIA. And if you don't know what CompTIA is, go look it up, comptia.org, comptia.com. They are a organization who does entry level and on up to advanced level certifications. I think it's a really good, I love the way that they put the curriculum together for the actual certification. So the certification I would recommend depends on your skill level, but if you're starting from zero, you can use one called IT Fundamentals. If you have absolutely no experience, it's one I would recommend. It's not something that it's not going to be great on the resume, and it's exam FC0 whatever. So yeah, that's what it's called. Now, if you have a little bit of experience, basic computing, you have basic computing skills, and you have some experience, you probably want to go to an A+, and there's two different A+, one for hardware, one for software. So here's the path. First, get your experience. Second, certification, CompTIA, that's the whole set that I would recommend you do, starting with IT Fundamentals, then go on to A+ hardware, A+ software. Either one, you can do software first or hardware, whatever you want to do. After that, you want to do either Network Plus and Security Plus. If you know networking really well, skip it, go to Security Plus. If you don't know networking at all, don't skip Network Plus. Go to Network Plus, then Security Plus. You want to do them in that order. Once you get to Security Plus and you have some experience under your belt, you are going to be able to get a job. You need I would say at least about a year of experience would be the best for entry level. That's a year of experience scattered throughout. That's not working every single day necessarily. That's like probably a total of 6 months of solid day after day experience is what you want. But if you could stretch it out for a year of doing work in your administration, that would be really good to put on your resume. So that's all I've got, and see you guys on the next one.